Good evening. My name is Tracy Gibbs, and today we will be discussing Maslow's theory of hierarchy or needs. The goals of this interview are to demonstrate an understanding of educating undergraduate students on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, in addition to demonstrating teaching strategies to facilitate learning for undergraduate nursing students. The audience should understand the use of three teaching strategies after viewing this lecture. The objectives are to understand the theoretical concepts related to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, to understand the application of theory to practice according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and to identify teaching strategies to employ to apply the theory to clinical and direct practice. Students should be able to demonstrate an understanding of the lecture throughout the application of the course content during the class discussion. Maslow's hierarchy of needs consists of five levels: physiological needs, safety needs, belongingness, esteem, and self actualization. Theoretically proposed that most people do not meet self actualization, which is the final stage. And let's discuss these in detail. We'll go into greater depth. Physiological needs deal with the physical needs such as food, clothing, shelter, breathing, air. Homeostasis is one of the words that's mentioned. And when we say homeostasis, we mean balance. A person needs to feel like they have some sense of shelter or some sense of a place of where that they can lay their head and be safe with regard to the physiological needs. Safety, security, employment, finances, family, health are all very important when we consider safety. Love and belonging, which is the third um, level, consists of friendships, family, partnership, whether it's marriage or whether it's a cohabitation or any type of significant relationship. And esteem. Esteem is how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about our accomplishments, how we respect ourselves, in addition to the way others respect us. And the final stage, self actualization, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, being able to demonstrate a level of independence and autonomy, whether a person is accepting of your skills or based on race, socioeconomic status, or levels. Now, Maslow's hierarchy of needs: physiological or survival needs. And these needs must be met in order to go to the next stage. So, can anyone give me an example based on what we discussed of a physiological or a survival need? Courtney.
Somewhere to lay your head and feel safe and secure.
Somewhere to lay your head. Good. So, shelter would be one physiological need. Can anyone name another one? Courtney.
Food.
Food. Very good. Physiological needs consist of some of what Courtney has said, in addition to air, water, sex. Because sex is the way we reproduce. So it is a physiological need. The next hierarchy of needs deals with safety. And we've discussed safety before, and I think one of the things we said was being able to know that you have somewhere to go. Can anyone give me, and when I say somewhere to go, I mean home. Can anyone give me another example that would exude safety needs? Sheila.
Your family.
Your family is not quite an example of a safety need. While they could provide safety,
Yes, they can provide a sense of security.
they can provide a sense of security. Do you remember me discussing finances, monies?
Yes.
Could you understand, or could you give me an example of how money will make you feel safe?
Because if you have money, you are able to pay for your shelter and you can feel safe in your home.
Exactly. But you're also able to pay for the bills that come along with the shelter
And the food.
and the food. Exactly. Exactly. Another example would have been health.
Good
Okay.
one.
Now, on the whole, an individual cannot satisfy any level unless the needs below are satisfied. As we've discussed, the physiological need or the survival need must be satisfied, which are food, water, air, sex. Safety needs must be satisfied, which is shelter, finances, health. Other examples of safety needs, and we've discussed these: personal security, financial security, health and well-being. Again, that's level 2, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And we move along to love and belongingness in the hierarchy of needs. And I think, Sheila, you said family was an example.
Yes.
Okay. Family would fall up under the third level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Do you understand why that would be the case?
Mm, a little bit, yes, I do.
Okay. Um, Family is very important.
It is.
Okay. Family shows that love and belongingness. Um, as a nursing profession, you may run into some people that don't have a connect or social support. And as a result, the nursing staff or maybe even other auxiliary staff provide that additional level of support while they're providing care for that patient. Intimacy and relationships are extremely important during this level. The fourth hierarchy of need deals with esteem. Now, can anyone give me an example of esteem needs? Sheila?
Loving yourself.
Loving yourself. And why would that be important? That's a very good example.
Because loving yourself promotes your self esteem.
Exactly. Exactly. Loving yourself or feeling like you are important and feeling like other people believe that you are important, respect as well as self respect, promotes a level of self esteem, builds your independence, and builds your confidence. And once again, you have to be able to accomplish level 4 before you can move on to the next level of hierarchy of needs. And the last and not least hierarchy of need is self actualization. And this is, like I said, very few percent of people accomplish this goal. Could anyone give me an example of what they think self actualization is? Diane.
Could it be realizing that you are a total person, like you're an equal person. You have your shelter, you have your food, you have a sense of belonging with your family and your friends. You love yourself. You have a romantic partner. You're married or cohabitating.
All of those things can play a role, but it's almost like a purpose. You know what your purpose is. You have that sense of self. You're able to be able to take yourself and make yourself a part of the, we'll say, environment or part of the community, and share your own professional growth. You're able to withstand bias and withstand opinions. You're able to formulate your own conclusions. You perform independently. You've maximized your potential. A lot of people who are at the height of their careers, doctors, professors, often reach self actualization. Entrepreneurs, business owners, they're functioning at their peak. They're very independent. They know who they are. They know what their goals are. They go after them. Their ambitions, and they're all about personal growth in addition to facilitating others with growth. Um, Maslow coined A motto is what a man can be, he must be. And I like that. What a man can be, he must be. Now, let's move along and go to case studies to make sure that we do understand Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the application of it as it relates to nursing profession. You are a school nurse. A 7-year-old girl has been brought to your office for an assessment. You notice bruising to her forearms as you assess her vital signs. You question her about the bruising. She states that she failed. She further responds, if you say anything, they won't love me anymore. What level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs should the school nurse address? Courtney.
Um, should it be either safety needs?
Safety needs. Now, why would you say safety?
Because if she has bruises on her arm and she says that she failed, but then she says if you say something they won't love me anymore, it's almost as if she doesn't feel safe enough to express what's really going on.
Hmm. Good. What about the love and belonging?
That was gonna be my next one. She that should be addressed as well because it sounds like she doesn't want anything to be brought up because whoever they are may not love her anymore and she wants to feel loved and belonged.
Okay. Very, very, very good. The school nurse should be concerned with safety, as Courtney said. Very good. And the child is concerned with love and belonging, which are both Maslow's hierarchy of needs. After further assessment, the child reveals that the fall was a result of not being able to see in the home after the electricity had been turned off because her father had lost his job. The child sees an apple on the desk and she stares at the apple as opposed to asking you, the school nurse, for the apple. What level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs should the nurse address?
Um, I think she should address the physiological needs
Hmm,
because if she's staring at the apple, she's obviously hungry.
very good.
And if she failed because they're warning lights, then she does not have all of her physiological needs.
Very good. The nurse should address the first level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is physiological. And the child is demonstrating the need for intervention based on the first level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is physiological. Very good. You guys are doing a great job with this.
Thank you.
Now, the child reports that students have been mocking her because she is not pretty. She doesn't wear pretty clothes like her peers. And the school nurse informs the child, you're beautiful and beauty exudes from the inside out. And the child smiles when she responds, I think you're beautiful too, even though my daddy says that people that don't look like us are not. As a nurse, you realize the child and the family need intervention. You professionally provide the necessary intervention, although you're disturbed by the racism being taught to the child, and the family has made it clear that they do not accept assistance from your kind of people. What level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is being addressed when the nurse says that the child is beautiful?
Her self-esteem needs.
The self-esteem needs. Very good. Very good. And why is this important?
Because she has to know that she's beautiful, and if she does not accomplish level 4 of the self-esteem needs, she cannot move to level 5.
Very good. The nurse decides to assist the family despite the prejudice against her ethnicity. What level of the hierarchy of needs do you think that nurse is demonstrating?
She's demonstrating level 5 because she is comfortable with the person that she is and why she was placed on this earth, and that's to help other people.
Excellent, 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 excellent. And as nurses, we will encounter different types of situations where we will have to place our own personal feelings and our personal biases aside and do what the ethics is the ethics is bounded by. Now, we have time for a group discussion. If anyone doesn't have anything to add, we have time for a group discussion where you can ask any questions or you can make any comments. Also, do you think the understanding of Maslow's hierarchy of needs will help you in your nursing career?
Yes, I do.
And why is that, Diane?
Because you have to know the hierarchy of needs in order to really learn how to deal with your patients.
Exactly. And I also think, as a professional, it's important that we remember to utilize this when we're interacting, and we know what level that patient is on. Therefore, we can start where the patient is.
I totally agree.
Thank you. Well, that concludes our study or our lecture, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and what a man can be, he must be. And I think this means that we should be able to perform to our maximum potential. But it's only as we are able to complete the levels of the hierarchy of needs that we can maximize that potential. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
You do as well.